Welcome, everyone. This is the boot camp follow-up for 2024. I hope everyone had a great time at the APEX conference at Kscope 24 in Nashville. I hope everyone's, bounced back since attending that conference and have spent a lot of your extra free time and weekends and nights learning about APEX and developing custom applications for your organization. I mean, I might be, kidding myself a little bit there, but hopefully you've made some efforts. It'd be really cool if we could learn and get information about anybody that has actually gone through the process of becoming APEX certified. Like, did you start the foundations course or did you just go straight to the professional course material? Did you complete it? How long did it take? Did you love it? Did you hate it? And for those of you that have actually gone as far to get officially professionally certified as an APEX developer, we want to hear from you too. So if not necessarily in a chat here on the actual call, please feel free to reach back out via email, reach out to us on social media. You know my contact information. I'll share it again at the end of the session. But the reality here is we're back on this Zoom for the next hour and a half or so to talk about several new APEX pieces of content that you haven't seen at the boot camp. Different materials can be presented live and unrehearsed with as minimal slide deck content as possible. We have Noah back and Paige and Leo, three APEX development team members that were present in Nashville giving their presentations. And I'm going to be starting with Noah and then moving to Paige and Leo. But ultimately, what we're going to be talking today about is template components and HTML template directives. Then we'll be talking about shared component groups, and then we'll be doing a deep dive in the APEX ToGo app. So it's really kind of interesting to be able to have this opportunity to do this with you all, especially after a month or so since our event in Nashville. Is it actually 2 months now? Man, I keep forgetting where we're at. Up next, we have Leo, who's going to be talking about the APEX ToGo app. And with that having been said, Leo, let's switch it over to you to share your screen. Thank you.
Hi, hello. I'm Leo. If I hope we meet at Kscope on Nashville. Um, well, basically, I don't know if you remember that I that if you were at the bootcamp, we present the new APEX ToGo app. What is this app for? Well, this app is a new sample app that you can find on the gallery apps, and I don't know. Let's take a look and let's see how it works, and let's dive into the app. And but first, I want to give you some context about the key principles of web development for mobile devices. The first thing that we need to check as developers, or what do we need to take care of developing for mobile? Okay, we are developers. We are using Apex, but can we develop apps for mobile? Yes. The answer is yes. Yes, we can develop apps for mobile. And what do we need to take care of? It's the responsive design. Why do we need a responsive design? Having a responsive design means that apps should look good on all devices. It doesn't matter that it has on a small screen or you have a big screen. With Apex, you can do this very easily, and every app that you build with Apex could work on different devices. What also we need to develop mobile applications. Okay, the elements of the apps would be easy to touch. We need to be careful with the size and spacing of every element on our page to take care of all people with, I don't know, with big fingers or people that has a disability. They they use the application very easy, and it's more easy to develop for mobile when you use mobile capabilities, right? That's why we are implementing PWA into their apps, into your apps. You can implement it easily. And what are these functionalities? You can implement different things as installing the app, geolocation, web sharing, push notifications, and a lot of a lot more features of PWA. Okay, and about accessibility, apps need to be usable for everyone. So for when you build an application, you must have alternative text, good color contrast, it should adapt to small screen and different screen sizes. Why do we need to apply this? Okay, I don't know if you have a person uh, that has something some disability, you, he could use the application. He needs to use the application, and with Apex, you could do it very easily. Okay, now let's go to the Apex to Go application. And well, this application, this application showcases the feature of a mobile web application, and this is built with Apex, and it's based on a delivery app. And I don't know if you remember from Kscope that we made a quick preview of the app. And well, this app contains a lot of PWA elements, and everything looks awesome as cards, carousels, navigation fields, forms, maps, and reports. No, I would like to start from where to start downloading the app or where to install the app. The first thing, as I said first, you can easily find it at the app gallery, or you can find it on our uh, Apex repository on GitHub. But let's take a look at the repository first. Okay, for this for the repository, you need to go to GitHub. And on there, you can find the Oracle Apex. It's a public repository where you can find a lot of sample apps. In one of these is the APEX ToGo app, and it shows you the installation steps, which is basically you need only to click on the APEX ToGo zip and you download it, and that's it, and you import it into your app. No, I would like to go to my workspace. Let me sign in. Okay, this is my actual workspace. But what if I would like to start installing my application? I need to go to the gallery, and here we have a lot of sample application, but this on here we have the Apex OO app. Now we're going to install the app, and let's go dive into the app. Okay, now our application is installed. And if we go back to the app builder and we click on our application, we could see that our application is already installed. And what if we run the application? Does this app runs for desktop for web applications or browser applications? Yeah. And let's take a look how the apps looks. Well, the first thing that we have on here it's the splash screens that are welcome for our users to use the app. And once we enter to the app, we could see that our application has a search bar, or we have the carousel or cards for our restaurants. Also, we could see all the menu for, I don't know, if I would like to order a yogurt, I could set it from here, right? But no, let's focus on all the mobile capabilities, and let's go dive into into the application. But first, I don't know if you could see this this navigation bar, it's different that it looks in the mobile application. How do we take a look at a mobile perspective? Okay, it's very easy. We just need to open the developer toolbars from Chrome and just click on this icon, which toggle the device toolbar. This is a very useful tool when you are developing for mobile web applications. It is not the same as use an application on a mobile device, but you can have a very good proof of concept application on here. And as you can see, well, our navigation it's down here, but what if we wanted to change it? What if we wanted to use another navigation, right? Okay, for that, we need to go to Share Components. Let's go to the User Interface Attributes. And on here, what are we going to find? Okay, on here we have the icons for our application. We have our logo, or how the logo it's right here, and some attributes for the application. And on here we have the navigation menu. Right now, it's very useful to have a navigation tabs, and you could use it on your device. I'm going to show you on my personal device. I'm using right here, and I'm sharing my screen. And well, I have again the splash screens. If I sign in, on the bottom, I can see the different navigations that I have on my device, right? Now let's change that navigation list to a site navigation menu. And with just one click, I just apply the changes and I refresh my page. And now I can see that my navigation is changed to another type of navigation, and it also works for mobile devices, right? Okay. Once we modified our application, or we have the navigation part, now let's see how our application works, right? If I go to the main page and I want to take a look at the cards, right? Because I don't know, they look different and they look good on mobile devices. So let's go to the page one, which well to my page home, which is page 4. And on here I have all the configurations for my page, right? I have the categories, which is only a card that I am displaying different cards for the categories, and I am displaying the title, and I am selecting the icon and badge, which are the image that I have for my application. But let's go to the favorites. Where is the difference between building an application from a normal web application than a mobile web application? There's no difference. You could add some more CSS content to provide a better experience, and now we are going to see how I apply some CSS styling for improve this page. But there's no difference as you can see on my property for the cards. And on the attributes, I am adding some classes for rounding the cards. And my images on here. But let me show you the CSS that I add to improve this application. And let's see how to make the cards to be scrollable on to the right and left. No, let's go to the CSS. This is only applied for this page, and on here we have our CSS for classes, and as you can see, we are uh, typing the CSS for scrolling to the X instead of scrolling to the Y. No, let's turn off this CSS styling and run the page. And now let's see what happens. As you can see, our application, no, it has the same cards, but the scroll it's gonna be on Y, and it's different, right? But with these four simple CSS classes, you could do the scroll. Once we take a look at the cards, now let's go with another component that it's very recommended to use on mobile devices, which is the row template. You could find it on page 6, which is all restaurants. Now let's go back to page designer and let's go to page number 6. And as you can see, one single region could provide us a lot of information to our application, right? We only have the content row on here, and as you can see, I have my query of all the restaurants, and we are displaying it as a report, and we are setting the name and the description for all my content in the region, right? We are setting our image, and we are setting our badge that sets the rating of the restaurants.
Hey,
And
Leo,
that's
real quick, I just want
yeah,
to point out to everyone that if you scroll up on the attributes on the right, can you show the HTML expression again? This is just what Noah
yes,
was showing during his session. Yeah, if you pop that out in the code editor real quick, this is exactly the same kind of directives that you can define in custom HTML expressions. And this is an example of it being used in this Apex to Go app as well.
yes.
Thank you, Leo.
Well, it's basically the template directives are support in a lot of places. And well, if you click on I don't know, an attribute and you click on help, you can see that the element or the attribute supports the template directives. Okay. And well, with this one single component, you can see that it provides us a lot of information for our application. But now let's go to a more interesting part, which is the PWA stuff. Okay. Now, if we go to share components and let's click on progressive web apps, on here, we could take a look at how our application is built. And okay, or APEX to Go app, it's enabling the PWA, and it's an installable application. And I'm going to do a quick demo of how it is installable if you didn't see it on the at the bootcamp. And and here we could take a look at the installation application and theme styling. And you can set it as a minimal UI browser or full screen app application, depending of what do you want. And you could set a different theme color or different you could set different app description, and this is going to be built an app manifest. And if we go to application to the manifest JSON on here, you could see that all that we are seeing on this page, it's set from here, and it's very simple to do, and you don't need to code anything. It's declarable. And well, as you can see, we could also set the screenshots for our applications. When you are installing the application, you are going to see the screenshots, and on here you could set, I don't know, like a preview or just some information of your application for users to see the app before installing it. And also you could set some shortcuts. These shortcuts are going to help users to quick access the app or the defined pages of the app. In this case, I have the home, the cart, and the orders. If I wanted to a quick pick for these pages, I could set it, and or I could add more. And also I could add the push notifications, which is a great feature for this app. And that's basically it. Well, and also you could set the service workers, defining all the functions and events that you want to add to your application. Now, if I would like to show you a quick demo of the app right now on my phone. And well, I have my application on here, and I could navigate, and I don't know, I could order different stuff. I'm going to add it to the cart, and I could check out. Okay, right now my order is set up, but what if I wanted to display it on my phone? Or what if I had to install this app and get notifications, right? Well, I just need to follow the steps that I have on my applications. Where do I follow the steps? Well, on here, on the right up of my page, I have this cloud icon. And if I click on that icon, I could see the whole screenshots that I add and the following steps for installing the app, right? So I need to tap on the share icon, and I need to add it to the home screen. I could change the name if I want it. And if I click on add, I'm going to the app. My user is sign in right now. And well, I'm going to turn on the push notifications. Always, all the apps that use notifications or geolocation are going to ask for the users to allow permissions uh, to have their location or or to send notifications. So I'm going to allow it. And now if I go to a restaurant and I want a coffee, I can add it to the cart. Okay, now I'm getting a notification that I have a promotion on here. And I want 3 coffees. Now, if I click on checkout, I could see that I have my order, and I get a notification of that the restaurant is preparing my order. How do we achieve this on Apex? Okay, it's very simple. Let's go back to the app, and let's click on page number 8. On here, I have my cart and my button of checkout. On here, I set a process where I'm sending a notification, which is from the Apex API. So this is all declarative. And I'm using the package Apex PWA, and I'm using the function of sending push notification. Now, if I go to the parameters, I'm setting that, I'm using the API default. I'm selecting the user that is subscribed to our notification, and I'm setting the title and the body of the notification, right? And that's how you could send the notifications to your users. It's very simple to do it. And that's basically it. A quick deep dive into the app. I don't know if you have any questions. We could take a look at at the app right now.
No questions at this time, Leo. This has been a fantastic exploration of this sample app that anyone can install in their own workspace, use Apex Builder to explore the pages and all the configurations of all the features and apply to your own apps. I mean, this is just a fantastic example of what you can easily really put together with Apex without any code at all in many cases, and just some low code in certain spots, some CSS, and you're able to make beautiful mobile applications come alive. Uh, there's one question in the chat. Are there any plans to support offline mobile application in the future? So, Ankit, yes, that is on our roadmap. I can't tell you when it's coming, but it's something that the team is working on, and we will be seeing that kind of functionality natively in Apex in a future release. Hopefully, not too far away, right? We always want these features tomorrow, but we have to wait for the cycle of new releases to come out. And it is something that we've had our eyes on and our hearts set on, because we too want to have offline applications that work from Apex perspective on our mobile devices seamlessly as well. But it's coming. Any other questions? All right. Well, that pretty much wraps up the presentations we have today. I hope you've all enjoyed this content. The team has worked very hard to prepare for this particular event, also in Nashville, live when we did everything at the boot camp. And if there's any feedback you have at all for us in this content, or any questions you have on how to take the next step with some of these features, we want to hear from you. So don't forget, you can reach out to me via email. I can then forward on to Leo or Paige or Noah if you have specific questions. We'd be very happy to entertain some of those. If it requires some kind of follow-up, we may entertain that opportunity as well. With all that having been said, though, I'll give you 10 minutes back on your day. Thank you all for attending this particular presentation for the bootcamp follow-up. And we hope to see you next year. We hope to see you next year at the Apex conference in Texas. And there will be another boot camp there, but of course you'll all be experts by then. But perhaps you'll be able to bring some colleagues of yours or other people that you know that could benefit from a boot camp experience that we'll be offering again at the Apex conference at Kscope in Texas. Beyond all that, thank you, everyone. I will be making this video available as soon as it's ready, and I'll be sending it to the list of email addresses that you all received this meeting request on.